And we're live.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Not much. Yourself?
Oh, you know, rocking and rolling.
There we go. Let's
Just
get
trying to figure out. Let's get everything
here.
out here. Oh, JM's gender reveal. Good name for the show, my friend. Good name.
So what are you gonna blow up?
Nothing. Dude, yeah, bad enough. Like I'm close to America. I was trying to blow that up, but they're doing a great job on their own. So
there we go.
Here we go. The most
I decided to exploit your childbirth as much as possible.
Why not? I mean, that's what we do in this world, right? We exploit the shit out of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Man, how's your week been?
Oh, it's been all right. How about yours?
Oh, fuck, man. It's like, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but like, I've been up and down mentally this week. Monday, I was in a bad mood. Tuesday, I was in a bad mood. Wednesday, I was in a ham mood. And it just kind of seemed like I was going up and down. And then people like questioned me. They're like, hey, you okay, man? Like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I was just one of those moods where I'm like, I'll fucking rip your face off.
Okay, but for context, you were moving this week, right?
No, I moved last weekend. And my boys, lay boys, we moved my apartment and we moved everything within 2 hours. Like, and my buddy's like, here's the buddies I got. We got a 12-foot like truck to like, my buddy had one. And I'm like, hey, how much for gas money? Don't worry about it, man. I owe you, cut my grass, whatever have you. My other buddy who I didn't think was going to show up, he showed up. I'm like, wow, that's actually impressive. You got your ass out of bed to help us. But within 2 hours, man, we were done last Sunday. It's amazing.
That's
like,
amazing,
perfect.
yeah.
So the wife left and the boys and I kind of sat around, drank some beer and set the house up. She came home and was happy and all that. Kojiko came by within 24 hours, which was amazing to set up my internet. So we're golden on that end. Everything's been fantastic. Work's been a bit of an asshole. COVID has come back and look.
Yeah.
COVID's like that dirty skank of an ex-girlfriend you just can't shake. It comes back even worse, boys. And I tell you something, the COVID can fuck right off. I'm telling you, Sputnik V right here, baby, into these veins. Look at that. Look at those. No, not that one. This one. Veins are nice. Let's inject it into me. Dude, I'm tired of COVID. COVID this and COVID that. Fuck. Dude, we are more fired than the Americans right now. And when we had less, the whole fucking country shut down. Yeah, now, I don't know what's going on. It looks like they want to extend CERB or they want to give you
No. Listen, man, I was on CERB for like a week, and they just sent me a letter telling me that my CERB is gonna be ending. I was on CERB for fucking one payment. Like, what are you talking about? I haven't been on CERB in 6 fucking months.
Well, so what they're telling you is you should have been milking the fucking government. It sounds like the rest of these motherfuckers. But man, at what point, like, they shut down the strippers, which I mean, man, nothing like going for a fucking Sunday night football game in a lapper. Like, I mean, that's the Canadian way, or American, I guess. I don't know. What are you doing?
You got to admit, though, you got it from us first, because last week our show was called Second Wave, and like 3 days later, Trudeau's like, we are in a second wave. I was watching these 2 Canadian guys on YouTube. They told me we were in a second wave.
No shit, all of a sudden now we're prophets?
Yeah.
I know we're good, but man, let me tell you something. Whenever we say happens, it happens. It's ridiculous. Uncle Ben's out there. Aunt Jemima. Mind you, I've seen some Aunt Jemima bottles out there, so I don't know if she's been canceled or changed. But that's neither here nor there.
They're working on it. It's a work in progress. They haven't quite decided it yet.
Like I said, glory holes don't work. And here we are in phase 2, baby. Yeah. All I'm telling you guys, and like I said before, wear your mask. Honestly, guys, like, look, I got mine in my pocket. I got mine. It's a Dallas Cowboys one today. I got masks. It doesn't look like it's going to fit, but I got a mask.
It's a sleeper.
It is a beautiful Dallas Cowboys mask. But guys, where are your fucking masks? Dude, okay, so remember we were talking last week. What are you shaking?
What do you mean, what am I shaking? I'm shaking
Stop
my drink.
Drinking soy sauce.
I'm not drinking. I can't drink soy sauce because it's got some sort of Asian connotations to it.
Exactly. You're going to get us canceled. Not the shit that I've done in the past or the shit I've said. You're going to get us canceled. No, here's the deal. So the other today, I was doing my pro lines, And fuck the Buffalo Bills, by the way. They fucked me by 1 point. It cost me $300. But the guy behind the counter, like, they have like some type of like a fucking, I don't even know, like a plastic sheet of some sort, like a drop cloth or something. Dude, the guys don't wear a mask back there. I'm like, hey, fuckface, if you get COVID, now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Well, my question to you is if I swear and curse at this motherfucker for not wearing a mask, am I a Karen?
That was my question last week. Actually, I said I went into a
I
fucking
said no,
corner
you
store.
absolutely should. But this guy behind the shitty plexiglass looked like a shower curtain, if you would. I'm like, fuck this guy. Like,
That's an interesting. That is a bit of a different question, because the question then is, does the fucking shower curtain sort of
do nothing?
Does it replace the mask? Is that what he's thinking? This plexiglass thing is his sneeze guard is good enough for a fucking no mask?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But because that but here's what gets me though. Like, so once you pull something out, like the lottery tickets or the scratch tickets or whatever the scratch offs are, you pull those out. Now, if he sneezes on it, those are all contaminated.
Yeah.
Then I go to buy my my Pro Lines or my Lotto Max or 649 or whatever the fuck you're playing. And I mean, dude, what, like, so now he touches that. You know, he gives me change because I might have paid in cash.
Yeah.
Touch that.
Yeah.
You buy a pack of darts, some cigars, da. This fucker's touching all of it. So at what point do we just say fuck you? Like, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on, because now to me it makes sense. Like, if I'm not wearing a mask at my job, oh man, I don't talk about what I do for a living, but that Karens would be on top of me.
Yeah.
Like, I could have one lung and they'd be like, put your mask on. You know, yeah. So I don't know, like, what do we do on that case? Like, what the fuck do we do?
I think that there are two options, and they kind of feel like being a Karen, because I thought about this. The one option is you tell the guy, hey man, put on a fucking mask.
Okay, so that goes, okay, no, whoa. Let's back the truck up.
Sure.
If I tell a motherfucker at his own job to put a mask on and he tells me to go fuck myself, I'm jumping the counter. I will tear down.
This plexiglass ain't thick enough to stop me, motherfucker. You ever see that?
Curtain.
You ever see that video of the kid that's taunting a gorilla in the zoo, and the fucking gorilla breaks through the glass? That's you!
Dude, that's it. Like, I don't understand what the fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dickhead, wear a fucking mask. You know what? Even for a placebo, you see somebody rolling in, just drape one over your fucking jibs. Like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't want to wear it there, you're fine. But like, you gotta wear a fucking mask.
I'll say this: there was a couple weeks back when we didn't have COVID in my city and things were calming down. You'd see people around town not wearing masks, and it's like, whatever, I guess. Like, you're kind of a shitty person, but I don't care. But today I saw someone at the mall just fucking walking around, like practically giving everybody the middle finger. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck you. Just put on a fucking mask. I'm wearing a mask. Like, I'm respecting you enough to put on my fucking mask, and you're just like, boom, don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. Now, in my job, I'm in the fitness industry, as most people know. I'm not into fitness myself. I'm a manager, and we'll use that term lightly. But like, we have people that have like massive like COPD and all this shit, and they're like, they still wear a mask. I want you to think about that. Like, this poor guy who smoked 17 darts a day. I got COPD now. He wears a mask. I'm like, good for you.
I was reading an article that said, I mean, obviously people with autism, if it bothers them, they wouldn't have to wear a mask. And the one disability that they said is the only one that really negates that you're not supposed to wear a mask is a severe burn on your face, because then you can't. Anything else, they said there's no lung disability that you can't wear a mask because of.
Well, isn't COPD a lung disability, or am I missing that?
No, that's what I'm saying though. Is there's no disability.
Who the fuck said that? The CDC? You said CDC, I'm gonna fucking punch you. That's American.
I'm not sure. I read it on an article somewhere, but they're saying that you should be able to wear a mask. It shouldn't impede your breathing.
Dude, like, okay, so at work I don't wear this one, like this one, because
Mhm.
it's a cloth Jimmy or Jobby or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, but the ones I wear at work are like the shitty, like fake medical ones. Does that make sense to you? If you
Okay.
shake that fucking thing one more time and I hear
What?
switching in my ear, I'm gonna fucking drive to North Bay and fucking beat that tar out of you.
Don't sing it, bring it. You know, I actually was going to post the other day that I ran you out of town. I had posted that on Facebook.
Let
Came
me
up in
just
my memories.
shut the hell up. Okay, listen, dickhead. But I'm talking to you about the mask. Like this one's hard to breathe in. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
Is it really?
I'll use this one. I'll use this one when I go to like I gotta run into to Metro to get steak or something, or into the butcher to get steak or potatoes or whatever. But I can't wear that for 8 hours. I damn near die. But
Okay.
like some of the medical ones are fantastic, and I think like even the ones that say like not for medical use, like you know what I mean. They look like the doctor's mask. Like I don't know if I have one on me. Do I have one on me? No, but yeah. So those are ones I don't mind wearing. But wear something. Fuck you guys. Stop being assholes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an anti-masker. Fuck the government. Kiss my ass. If you don't like the fucking government, I got a place you could go. Russia.
Yeah, I never really understood the whole fuck the government. I'm not gonna wear a mask and like I just the trade-off is so insignificant. I don't see what you feel that you're losing by wearing a mask. It's just
Listen.
it's silly.
I understand. You understand I get chirped all the time. I get chirped for being a Leaf fan. I get chirped for being a Cowboys fan. I wear my teams. I have a Leaf one as well, as I said last week. Used as an accessory. What the fuck, man? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Half the people I see look better with masks, anyways.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean, they're no Adonis like me, and everybody knows that. But what I'm saying to you, Adam, is that all you got to do is put the fucking mask on. You don't want to have a mask on? Hey, listen, you want to minimize your mask time? Go buy your fruit and vegetables from 7-Eleven or Circle K or whatever the fuck you want to go. 5 minutes in and out. It's not hard. It's honestly not hard.
Mhm.
Like, other than that, don't fucking push your beliefs on anybody else. Like, it's an absolute joke.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because I don't understand what the trade-off is. I think that wearing a mask saves lives and protects people, and not wearing a mask, like I don't
We're
get
not
the
wearing.
freedom.
We've said this before. We're not fucking wearing masks for us. We're
Mhm.
wearing it for you.
Yeah.
And being Canadian, that's the Canadian fucking thing to do.
So to answer your question, I gave you the one option is to ask the guy that works there that's not wearing a mask to put on a mask. The second thing you can do is maybe talk to his fucking boss.
Well, Adam, in my job, I don't like to talk to the boss.
I
Does that make
know.
sense to
I
you?
know.
You wanna know why?
Nobody wants to tell on somebody, but you know.
Fuck, dude, I will fucking send him down the river. I'll sewer him like a motherfucker. But here's the fucking kind of asshole I am, is that I may or may not know the health director of fucking the Quinte West area or whatever have you. I make one phone call and just go, I don't feel safe anymore. And all they got to do is roll in. Just roll in for a tank of gas, and you see your buddy back there behind a shower curtain. Like, you might as well not even wear pants. I'd be less offended. People would be less offended if he wasn't wearing pants than no mask. I personally don't give a fuck. If I get COVID and my wife gets sick, I'm burning the gas station down. I'm going to tell you that right now. If I get it from there, anyways.
Yeah.
But here's the problem: we become, Adam, a society where if the guy wasn't wearing pants and his hammer was hanging out on the left side, judging by that guy, probably straight down the middle, and you'd probably be, you know what I'm saying, but neither here nor there. We would be less offended. Do you know what I mean? We're more offended you're not wearing a mask than pants. I want people to think about
Is
that.
that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
I don't know, Adam. I don't know where this world is going, man. But I'll tell you right now, son, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I do not like it. That is a lot of Whitney in the bottle. I do not know. I don't like it at all. You want to know why? Because things have been clicking in my brain the last couple of days that do not make sense to me anymore, my friend.
Like what?
Okay.
Things have been clicking. Things have been clicking. Click, click.
Click, click, click. All of a sudden, you ever just like, I literally this week, it might have been Wednesday. Somebody texted me at 3:00 in the morning on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday.
Tractor head, what's up?
Tractorhead, what's going on, buddy? Here's the thing that really fucked me on Wednesday. You want to know how fucked up my mind is? I got a text. I thought it was working. I got a text. I look, I roll over. Not a text, but I returned the text right away.
Okay.
Hey, sorry I missed your message. Big thing. I go, hey, no worries. We'll talk tomorrow. Hope you're all good. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, I got to fucking watch something to fall back to sleep. Then it hits me. Do you know what's coming up? Christmas time. Round the corner. Dude, I gotta go rake leaves. But dude, do you know what happened last year?
What?
Baby, it's cold outside.
I remember.
Do you remember that?
You do remember that.
What happened to Baby, it's cold out there?
Baby, it's cold outside.
Whatever. It got canceled, right? It got canceled. Now the number one song is Wet Ass Pussy, and nobody's canceled that.
Yeah.
My boy Bublé.
Yeah, Jean-Marc, I saw that meme on Facebook too, buddy.
And all of a sudden, then that hits me. Then I go, well, when do we stop canceling?
When we stop canceling Wet Ass Pussy.
Well, so what's next, though? What's the next one that's going to happen?
Not Wet Ass Pussy.
No, Wet Ass Pussy's fine. But Boobs got canceled. My boy. I love Michael Bublé. He got canceled.
Yeah.
I honestly love him. Like, where are we drawing the line? Like, I don't know. I don't like gender reveals. Is that where we're going to draw the line? I think the fucker down in California really drew the line when it comes to gender reveals.
Well, speaking of gender reveals, I think we should maybe get to the main event here, Jean-Marc.
Oh, you want me to reveal?
So Jean-Marc has announced recently that he is going to be bringing a child into this world with his lovely wife. Very exciting times. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, it's been a bumpy road. I can honestly tell you that right now. The stuff we've gone through, and like my wife's gonna give birth on the 6th of November. I'm saying.
I think that's what you posted on Facebook. Yeah.
6th of November. The reason we haven't told anybody was because we had some hiccups along the way, which is never good. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to get too emotional. So I'll just get down to it. Like, I had some stuff planned. The wife will not.
There's a comment in there. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. Yes, I'm not worried about it.
Do you want to say that to the audience who's watching? Because
what's that? Mom's watching.
Your mom is watching this gender reveal.
No, but she knows what I'm having.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Avery knows too. She's going to be. So basically, guys, I tried to have everything done. It didn't work. I'm having a boy. I'm having a boy.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna reveal. I'm having a boy.
Yeah.
A little legend will be born in a couple of weeks, and we're very, very excited for it.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Nice, man.
Congratulations.
And like I said, so like we have this. I just bought a house. I went from my 2-bedroom apartment to a 4-bedroom house. Everything is slowly picking up. I'm like right to my left. I have a boatload of baby stuff. I've got diapers for at least 3 months now, I think, in the room. Paint the house, do all that fun stuff, and thanks, Tractorhead. I really appreciate that. But like it's hard when you don't like. So what happened basically was last night, the wife was like, "I want you. We gotta say something." I put the pylon picture up, the baby pylon picture, and people got mad at me.
Why would people get mad at you? Why would they be mad at you? Fuck those people.
Because I didn't tell them.
Oh.
Or that I didn't care to tell them. And Adam, like when we had some issues we had to work out, the wife and I, with the baby, because some tests came back positive. As much as I love my mother, put it on Facebook and I yelled and told her to take it down.
I didn't know any of this.
There was a chance that we were going to lose the baby.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why we waited.
Yeah.
And people get mad at me. You get mad at me for not posting or fucking telling you that I'm having a baby. As far as I'm concerned, some of the people last night that I told to kiss my ass, stay the fuck out of my life. Yeah. You have no idea. When you have to choose between your wife or a baby, and you can't choose. Oh, fuck. Jeez. No, it's just, I tried to want to keep this positive, but it's hard.
Man.
No, it's absolutely hard now. It looks like the baby's going to be fine. Everything's fine. But people telling me that I need to tell them sooner, like, stay the fuck out of my life.
Yeah, no.
I have enough negativity in my life. I don't need more negativity in my life.
That's not their place. They don't have any right to say anything like that. That's
No,
not
and
their place.
I understand that people feel that they're entitled. You're absolutely correct. You're entitled to your opinion, and you're entitled to my opinion when I tell you about your opinion. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't care what happens, but I never want to hope that somebody has to choose between your unborn child and your wife. It's probably not a good idea. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
But you know what, man? It's all good. The baby's going to be fine. I got a boatload of stuff. Everything's happy. I just bought a house. The gender reveal didn't really go. The wife didn't want to spit in my face. She didn't want to buy me or nothing like that. We couldn't blow up California because somebody already did
as much as you'd like to, right?
As much as I'd like to set something on fire, you really can't at that point. No, but you know, it's hard. And then what happens too is that people that you don't even know care about you message you and go, "Hey, congratulations, man, that's awesome." And then you go, "Oh, I totally forgot you existed," and people are so happy for you. And it's amazing. No, it is amazing.
It brings everybody together, man.
For the most part, it tells people to go to, you know, just where to go and how to stick it and stuff to that nature. No, it's really hard, and you got to make sure you don't jump the gun, and because you want to tell everybody that you're pregnant, and then all of a sudden
you want to tell. I get it. You want to tell the world. You want to scream it from the rooftop.
You're like, "Hey, man, hey, guess what I did? I scored. I finally put one past the goalie." Yeah. But you know, and then people want to just, and then you don't tell people. Like I told you when I told you, I tell you, and then I put it on Facebook because we haven't talked in, you know, maybe a year. And then you come at me, and then I go, you know what? Just go fuck yourself. Lose my number. Delete me on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't. And like you're looking at it, and it's hard because you're like, okay, yeah. So like when COVID first started, it was like I lost my job. The wife was pregnant, and she wanted to buy a house. So I had to come home and tell her all the same day, I lost my job, but we're pregnant and we're buying a house. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. So then 2 weeks later, this fucking test came back positive and completely destroyed us. So for two weeks, we're doing tests and DNA tests and needles in the stomach and X-rays, and I can't go anywhere because of COVID. So they won't let me go. They won't let me go look at the X-rays or the 3D scans, mothers only, all this stuff. Right? I'm like, come on, guys. So you start losing sleep, and then you don't want to tell anybody because now you're afraid that if you tell somebody, then you got to put the post up of, oh, by the way, this happened.
Yeah, no, of course. You don't want to,
until like the final, when you possibly can. We're 6 weeks out, right?
You did the right thing. There's no question. Like you have a right to tell people when you're ready. These people, and I know you're emotional now, but like these people, they probably don't know all this, so they it's a different context too, right?
Absolutely, and like I understand some people, and then like. One friend I had told what had happened, and then it was like a phone call. So I was like, hey, this is the reason why. And then it was like, oh, let me give you a call. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm like, I had no idea. I'm like, no, and this is the reason why. And then by the end of the conversation, everybody goes, yeah, okay. But like the choices of going through that, dude, I don't want that on anybody. Like when you got to choose between your partner, your life partner, and or your unborn child, that is really hard because you got to look at it too. And what happened with ours, test positive, like the baby's only like the longest living active or the longest lifespan for it was 11 years.
Wow.
So you got to think if it doesn't die during pregnancy, you have 11 years of heartache ahead of you.
Wow.
No, I didn't have to make the decision because it looks like everything seems to come out fine, but.
So everything is okay. Like
everything is okay, but that's the roughest decision of your life.
Yeah,
like you gotta think, and then I gotta be nice to people. So not only am I battling choosing between my partner's life or an unborn child's life, I also got to be nice to people. Like, you know how hard that is for me to do it. I'm like, come on, like I got decisions to make. Like I'm not going to be nice to people. I don't care, but what I care about, like. Is like people go, oh, I had no idea. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going to lie to you. I would have chose my wife's life 100% because
that's
the thing is that, you know what, 11 years of heartache, and that's on a good one. I don't think anybody deserves that in their life, and you can get ahead of it. You know, I mean that's what it looks like to me, is that, you know, choosing 11 years of heartache and then going through that.
Treading and yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want anybody to do that. If you choose to terminate a life because of that simple reason, I automatically respect your decision, because it's not an easy decision to do.
That's the sort of thing that it's only the decision of somebody in those shoes. Nobody else can judge that.
And I don't care about the left and the right bullshit, man. You know what? If a person is deciding between their partner, if their family is choosing between their partner's life and an unborn child's life, you take the partner's life 10 times out of 10, because it's hard, as much as hard as it is. Like, you don't want, it's scary, and you never want to go through that. But like the people that told me like this and that, and oh, you didn't tell me, and on and on and on. Listen, I went into a shell. I don't give a shit, to be honest. Like basically, it was me and you, my boys down here, and a couple of guys up north, and Luke out west. Like I my circle smaller than Trump's dick. Like it's like this big, man. But like that's how it is.
But I didn't know. I mean, I knew a little bit of what you're saying, but I didn't know any of this to the extent.
Yeah, no, because it's to be honest, it's something that I battle with my whole life. You've known me for years. Like the last thing I'm going to do is tell you anything negative about my life. Like I try to do the positives. Like, hey man, remember that time I went to a bar and knocked out 5 guys, and you were right there and you watched the whole thing? That's the stuff I like to talk about. Because I don't want to make somebody else feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me.
Listen, man, if that's the case, you can tell me anything anytime. Like if you wanted to tell me any of this stuff, unload more.
Don't get sweetheart on me now.
Well, I'm just saying, like.
No, I know, but Adam,
I only knew a little bit about this, and if you,
I know, but dude, yeah, I understand. We've been best friends since '95, but I mean, dude, like there are certain things that I will not put on somebody, and that is one of them.
Yeah,
like
you don't have to worry about that.
No, I have some friends going through it, and yeah, no, I want to. You know what? Let's just move right along, and I don't really give a fuck. So let's talk about. I'm just going to move right along here. Speaking of 11 years of heartache, possibly 8 more years coming for Trump, but The Rock himself has come out and endorsed Sleepy Joe.
This is a hard transition, but I guess if that's what we're doing,
nothing can be easy from that. What the fuck do you want from me? Nothing can be easy from that. No, but like I was saying, The Rock has come out and endorsed Sleepy Joe Biden.
If you smell
what The Rock is cooking, dude, he is going with his dad's former wrestling partner in Kamala.
Dad didn't tag with Kamala.
Are you sure they didn't? They must have.
Dad tagged with Tony Atlas, I believe. Yes,
but anyway, what does that mean when The Rock comes out and endorses somebody? Is that a good thing?
It's a great thing. Who's better to endorse it than The Rock? Who doesn't love The Rock?
Well, here's
wait. DJ. What the fuck was that? Did you see that when they're like, thanks for the endorsement, DJ?
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, baby. DJ.
I get it, Dwayne Johnson, but who the fuck calls The Rock DJ?
You said DJ. I was thinking of DJ Pauly D.
No.
Or I was thinking DJ from Full House.
No, but if you watch
The Rock, or you call him Dwayne, you don't call him DJ.
Like I said,
what happens? Sleepy Joe kind of gets a little weak in the mouth and goes, "Thank you, BJ." The Rock is not a 12-year-old girl. Enough, Sleepy Joe. We do not need any of that.
But it was just weird. It was like, DJ. Like they kept saying, well, DJ, just so you know, who the fuck calls The Rock DJ? Who the fuck calls The Rock DJ?
Somebody would have set a cojones on him, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you what it reminds me of is, and this is an interesting one, is sometimes when you know someone, you can date a friendship by a nickname. For instance, if you, and only you, were to call me the Booze Hound, yeah. But if you're like, hey, Booze Hound, pick that up, wouldn't bat an eye.
You would know. Now, I just want to give some context to that. Just so we are aware, Adam has not drank in 10 years.
Probably closer to 15. I think it's around 12-ish or something, but yeah.
Well, 12-ish. And
yeah.
I used to call him the Booze Hound.
Yeah.
We went to a random party. He slept in or he didn't get out of bed. We went to a random party. He showed up, and I had his booze in my backpack. I said, "You're the Booze Hound." That's it.
Yeah.
You smelt booze. He doesn't drink anymore, though.
Yeah. So no, but if you called me that, or like somebody from back in the day called me that, wouldn't bat an eye. Wouldn't. But if there's people that I see every day that know me, like, you know, see for thousands of hours, fucking all the time and whatever, if they're just like, hey, Booze Hound, go get that, I'd be like, the fuck? You don't fucking know me like that. Like, you don't fucking.
Now we're at a party and some little bastard goes, "Hey, Booze Hound, go get him."
Yeah, but that's what it felt like. But that's what it felt like when I'm watching this. Is they're like, "Yo, DJ, go pick that up." And who the fuck calls The Rock DJ? That's not right.
Here's the thing: is that Obama, big Rock supporter, like they've all met, so that's where they know each other from. Is when Barack was coming up and running for president. Like, that's where you met The Rock at, like, The Rock DeVoe or Russell DeVoe and all that stuff. So DJ kind of makes sense to me. I would never call The Rock. I would never call The Rock DJ. I'd call him something dumb. Yeah, I'd call him something stupid.
I'd call him Rock, or if he's like, I can't really go by The Rock, WWE owns that, which I don't think they do anymore. It'd be like Dwayne, or maybe Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, I'd call him.
Yeah, if you want to see us, Johnson. No, but I would call him probably Jabroni or something. Jabroni. I'd call him Jabroni or Crotch. Hey, do you smell what the Crotch is cooking? Like, I would troll that guy. That'd be the only one I would not want to fight. But an endorsement. I'm not going to lie to you, celebrities are not going to come out and endorse Trump. We know this. But I honestly think that putting an endorsement behind Sleepy Joe may lose you some money.
Lose you money? What do you mean?
You will lose your money because it's a proven fact that whenever you vote for somebody, whenever you come out and endorse a political party, the other side just stops. The NFL, they just stop viewing it, or they stop watching your shit. Like Amy Schumer came out and said, "Fuck Trump supporters." Her movies went down the drain. Jennifer Lawrence tried that as well. Movies went down the drain.
Of course, the Dixie Chicks, when they came out and spoke out about what?
Excuse me. They're just called the Chicks.
What? The Chicks?
Bro, I don't make the rules here.
They're the Chicks?
You do not need to.
To me, that's not specific enough. If I was like, hey, you want to go listen to the Chicks at the concert? People would be like, what Chicks? Well, the Dixie Chicks. Well, not that I would ever go to a Dixie Chicks concert, but just hypothetically speaking.
Dixie because Dixie's racist.
Dixie's racist? Is it? I didn't really do it.
That's what they said, man.
How the fuck is Dixie racist? What does Dixie even mean? Dixie's racist?
So Google. Put down your Google machine right now.
I am gonna have to.
Chicks. Just type in the Chicks.
Well, I'll believe you on that.
If you want, I can Google it too. Yeah, we need to break up the monotony.
Apparently, it is racist.
The Chicks
came from the South.
The Chicks are an American country pop band composed of singer Natalie Maines and multi-instrumentalist sisters Marty Irwin McGuire and Emily Strayer.
That's it. The Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks.
Dixie Chicks. Well, anyway, my point was that they spoke out against Bush before Bush
fucked on that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Now.
Which is weird because like they were ahead of the curve because like 2 years later, everybody hated Bush. They were the first ones to say it, and everybody like, fuck the Dixie Chicks. You don't question the president. Then 2 years later, it was like, fuck the president and the Dixie Chicks still. I'm not changing my mind on that one.
Careful though, man. We talked about this before on the show, and if anybody's tuning in because it's Sunday night, which I think we have a few more viewers. After 9/11, I said this on the show before September 11th. There was a camaraderie, and that's exactly what people need to understand. So when they got attacked, and then they came out and said, "Fuck George Bush," you're like, "Dude, not right now.
You're not allowed to do that."
No. Oh, we love Hillary Clinton. Why? Because her husband sexually used his power to get a blowjob in the Oval Office. God damn it, I hate when I do that. But yeah, like you got to be careful when you start chirping sitting presidents because all of a sudden then the IRS starts looking into your finances. Magically, you've been shown.
That doesn't sound right. They're not allowed to do that.
Why not?
Because that's corruption, man. You can't use your political power to
political power. Honestly, like why the fuck would you want to be a president?
No, you can't use it to persecute your opponents. That's like
Chicks are not a fucking opponent.
They're criticizing him. If they're criticizing the president,
opponents is you and I get in the ring and me knocking you the fuck out.
Yeah, but that's the basics of free speech, is that you can't go after people for speaking out against you.
No, absolutely. You can't say anything about the speech. They have the right, but they also have the right to make sure that they're paying the right fucking taxes. And just because the tax man goes in,
coincidentally,
man, it happens, dude. It fucking happens. I'm not gonna lie to you. It accidentally happens. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, you know, one of my favorite artists, group of artists, are very political. Rage Against the Machine.
Fuck, I love those guys.
I know. So you can't really knock celebrities being political. Sometimes it helps their career because it's really all that Rage Against the Machine is.
No. You go 100% then. You don't get a choice. Like, you don't get to choose. You go 100%. Like, you listen to any Rage album, and some of my, well, actually, they're one of my favorite bands of all time. You just go and you listen to them, like, you know, they're just anti-government. Like, the way they spoke to us when we were kids, like, you're like, actually, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like they say, like, what is it? Profit fools, not hospitals. And you're like, oh, you know what? In Canada, we have hospitals.
That.
In the States, they have profit fools. So, like, a profit tools. I can't really speak right now. I'm still segment, but they're saying like hospitals to fix people, not profit centers. But that's America's always been that way.
So I struggle with it a little bit because, like I said, Rage Against the Machine is my favorite band, or one of my favorite bands. And there's plenty of people who get political when a celebrity gets political, and like plenty of times that I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome that they're speaking out against that. But then I see people like Jenny McCarthy speaking out against vaccines. And then when that happens, I go, oh, celebrities shouldn't be doing this because they don't know what they're talking about. And I have to admit that sometimes maybe I feel like if I agree with it, I'm on board with it. And if I don't agree with it, maybe that's when I disagree with it. And that makes me a bit of a hypocrite. So maybe I have to dial that in a little bit.
As you're aware, I did a lot of arts in high school. I did a lot of drama. Let's call it drama or acting or whatever have you. Can I draw? I can't draw for shit, but I could act like a motherfucker. Listen, the people that I've met in that circle, I really hated. I honestly did, and that's why I just stopped going to it, because they're self-centered, they're two-faced, they're uneducated, and they just want to run their mouth because they need to be heard. Because if the Rock doesn't come out and say something, the Rock's next movie is only worth $15 million. He needs to stay equivalent. What the hell is her name? Who's the boss woman there? She was on Charmed. Alyssa Milano.
Okay.
Defund the police. Fuck Trump. All this shit. Kid in her backyard on the other side of the fence. Pellet gun shooting at it. What I think was cans. Police. She called the police. Then she wanted SWAT team. She ended up getting SWAT team. She got police, SWAT team. She ended up getting helicopters. She got EMT. She got fire. She got everybody she wanted. And they were like, wow, this is, and they showed up and they're like, it was a BB gun.
Yeah.
She's like,
on their own.
Police, fuck you. Either you arrest them or defund yourself. And they're like, we're done here. Like, just stay the fuck away from us.
So in the States, aren't you allowed to use your firearm on your own property? I'm not really sure what the laws are on that.
Well, I believe it's. I don't know. Let's not even talk about Canada. Like I could rock the backyard with a pellet gun. What the fuck?
But I mean, even if she thought it was a real gun, if you're doing target practice on your own,
I don't know how California works. I'm assuming she's a California psycho.
Okay.
But I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. But obviously, a pellet gun is fine.
It does vary from state to state. But yeah, you cannot come out and support one thing and then use the exact same thing. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. Speaking of civil, let's move right along to the you could say her name. Breonna
Taylor.
There we are.
Breonna Taylor. Oh, that's an interesting one. Breonna Taylor, all the police officers involved in killing Breonna Taylor were found to be not guilty, but they were not we'll just say not guilty of any wrongdoing. They didn't go to trial. This was their hearing before they go to trial. They said no, there's nothing wrong.
Grand jury said there was
grand jury said there's no crime was done. Well, actually, sorry, that's not true. They said that one of them was wanton and reckless because he fired his gun in and hit the neighbor's house.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the only charge that he was wanton and reckless because he fired and hit the neighbor's house.
Instead of Breonna,
but killing the person inside the house was fine. Now there's a lot to unpack on this one.
Well, okay, let's not unpack everything today. Here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
America is fucked. We know this. You and I, we know this.
Yes.
Does not make sense to me. Could you imagine you go to shoot, you go into the wrong house, which I'm hearing it's the wrong house. I don't know what the fuck happened. I can't even talk to you on this. I talked to you on the 911 audio I heard and the videos I've seen.
So what I've heard, and this was actually from a conservative podcaster, but what I've heard, and if it's not true, I apologize in advance, but what I've heard is the reason they went to her house is because her ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer who was getting packages mailed to her current address.
Oh, I thought the liberals said they were in the wrong house. I thought
they were in the wrong house. He lived somewhere else, but he was still getting shit mailed. I guess maybe he lived there before and had gotten shit mailed there, and his address, I don't know. There was some confusion about where he lived, so they had both. They were going to both houses that night.
Oh, okay. I thought they were at the neighbor's house and then went in. No, I understand. Breonna Taylor was under investigation for murder, I believe, as well, or the wheelman Ave. Was she not?
What I've heard is that she was not under investigation for murder. However, she had a rental car that had a dead body that was in it, and I don't know what the fuck like that. Anyways, in and of itself is
like, I don't understand this as you unravel the orange and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it gets a little sideways. Let's agree. Let's just show you how stupid America is. You know what, America? I'm never going to go. In fact, I think if I tried to cross the border, they'd shoot me just because of who I am.
I've been to America, but it was scary.
I'm good. Here's the deal. The guy shot Breonna Taylor. Now, Breonna Taylor, I don't think she had a gun. Am I not mistaken on this?
No. Well, I don't know if she owned one or whatever, but she didn't have one when it happened.
Who cares? Anyways, they end up. Hey, buddy. They end up getting shot. They miss a victim. I'm going to call her a victim. I don't really care. I don't really have a shoe in this race or a horse in this race. They hit a neighbor's house, and that's what he got charged with. Bad aim. He got charged with bad aim. He didn't get charged with murder. He didn't get charged with slaughtering somebody. He got charged with bad aim. So there's something in there that the police haven't released yet, because cops will go now in the world, they'll just fire you and they'll just go, we'll sort it out later. So what's going to happen? Or all these cops that are getting fired, they're just going to sue and they're going to win, and then people are going to get real mad. But something must have happened that we don't know about, and I'm not too sure why Breonna Taylor's parents haven't come out yet, because they did just settle the civil lawsuit for $12 million.
That's right. They did win the civil lawsuit, but when it came time to charge the officers and find someone for criminal charges, they were not able to charge anyone for that. So that's a strange contradiction there, right?
But we're used to that, you and I, from the OJ case. He was found not guilty in a court of law, but civil law said that he did it.
Well, civil law said that because the burden of proof is different in a civil case, and they said he was in a criminal court he was found innocent beyond a reasonable doubt, and in a civil court he was found likely to have somehow been responsible for it. I don't know. It sounds fucking bullshit.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, America doesn't make sense to me. If I shoot you, I'm in shit. But in America, gun shoots you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how that works. It's like Mother Russia when car drives you. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't really get it.
We don't get it. We don't get it because, I don't know, we have a different way of looking at things. You and I tend to argue a lot about certain things and that. But when it comes to that, like, it's kind of cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so here's the thing too, though. Like, and I don't understand. And like, people may get pissed off at this. Like, we have our own problems in Toronto. It seems with shootings. Nobody's mad that that random guy who's sitting up fucking front of 7-Eleven gets plugged. And, oh, it was gang issue. It's okay. But like, if a cop goes in and a known drug dealer shoots at the cop and the cop unloads, and then the cop only gets shot with shooting the neighbor's house, I don't understand how the fuck that worked, but negligence on that end. But like, dude, you can't pick and choose.
Mm-hmm.
If you hate gun violence for this, you got to hate it for this. Like, it's got to be the same. But people aren't marching against gangs. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, they're not saying, like, we got to stop the gangs in fucking Toronto. No. We gotta stop the police.
Well, by the same token, you have to realize that they're also funding the police, right? Like, I'm paying for you to murder people. I have a problem with that.
You buy any type of illegal, illicit drug, you're funding gangs. So it works out. Don't come at me with,
hey man, you don't have to argue with me. I've been preaching the same thing about alcohol. You're supporting slavery if you buy alcohol. I'm saying this for 12 years, right?
Now you want to explain to me how the fuck my Pink Whitney is slavery?
Well, you realize there are people who don't have a choice in whether or not they consume alcohol, so they work their entire life and spend all of their money on alcohol. That's a form of slavery.
That's everything, man. That's everything.
It's not everything. It's an addiction. If they're addicted, they're being exploited. Anyway, I don't want to get into my sobriety views on this channel.
I'll fucking stab you, that's why.
Yeah. But with that said, I think that there's a severe injustice that has happened with this.
Absolutely. There definitely is. But what they need to do is they need to, you know what would really save you a lot of problems, Adam, and I'll be honest with you? You could say, you know what? JM wasn't a saint. JM wasn't a saint. But JM did not deserve to get pumped 4 times with a shotgun in the fucking face. Like, you just come out and say, hey, Breonna Taylor or Chuck Taylor or Taylor Swift was not the greatest human being by any means. But at the time, she did not have a gun. She was hiding in a room and bullets and was killed. I don't know how it worked, guys. I really don't. If you came out and said you weren't the best person, but you fucking didn't deserve 7 non-lethal shots to the back, then I would support you.
Are we still talking about Breonna Taylor now?
No, but I'm just using what you would say as an example, brother. I'm just saying.
I feel like we're talking about another argument we had about a guy trying to get into his car and leave.
Oh, with the knife, but I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, if you came out and you said they were not the fucking greatest people in the world, we understand that. We understand George Floyd was not a model citizen. Did he deserve what he got? Probably not. No, but if it comes out and says that his cardiac arrest was caused by a fentanyl overdose, then whose fault is that?
The guy that stood on his neck until the life left his body. Did you watch the video, man? Did you watch the video?
I could not watch the video. I am an avid sports guy. I live for sports more than I live for talking to you, believe it or not.
What does sports have to do with this?
Because everybody's doing the same thing. George Floyd this. You got to watch the video. Dude, oh man. And there was no sports. So it was like, what are you watching? Didn't matter what you put it on. Discovery Channel. They were discovering on how the cop's knee was discovered in his throat. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, what the fuck do you want? But all I'm saying is don't paint these guys as beautiful people. Like, you can't say, oh, these guys were all Barack Obamas. Like, they were the perfect person. They were educated. They were highly educated. They came from a rich family. All this bullshit. All I'm saying is if you just admitted your faults, I'll be more than happy to stand behind you.
I often admit their faults, these people's faults. Like,
well, I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying the people in like CNNs and the Fox Newses and Fox News will go, this guy was a fucking cocksucker. And then CNN goes, oh, he did nothing absolutely wrong, da 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 da. But yeah, no, I agree with.
Oh, let's read this. Let's see what Trackerhead has to say here.
I was trying to read that. What?
Still, I may catch flack for this. Out of all the police brutality, the Breonna Taylor killing is the one that sits the worst with me. Some of the others, well, they may look bad.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
I'm not sure the police were 100% at fault. So he's saying that the Breonna Taylor one is the one that is the worst. And we don't need to circle back and revisit all the other ones. We've kind of argued about them a lot. And
A lot, dude. I didn't talk to you for a fucking week over one of them. Yeah,
really? You were mad at me about that?
Oh, that one was a good show, though. I'm gonna go watch that one.
I don't fucking listen. Once we turn off the fucking live button, I don't take anything we say on here too personally, man.
Oh, I know that because the one day I yelled at you and I thought it was the worst show in the world. You're like, pretty good show. And everybody's like, wow, you put him in his place, eh, man, at the internet. Yeah, no.
Me and my policeman was that.
What, you shot the guy 7 times, lethally shot him or whatever the fuck?
I thought I put you in your place on that one.
Fuck you. He didn't. He wasn't lethal. He's still alive.
Yeah, but it's still lethal force.
I'm not going to lie to you. Drake made a career. Drake started his career in a wheelchair. Maybe this guy's going to do the same thing. Never know. Anyway.
All right. So
what?
perhaps we should talk about the peaceful transfer of power.
Do you fucking think that's going to happen? You're a fucking.
You're saying it's not going to happen.
He's not going to leave. He's
You
not.
think Trump's going to leave?
Oh, dude, he is Wolf of Wall Street, that motherfucker. They're going to need, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. They're going to need a fucking goddamn machine to come out here and take me out of the White House.
So basically, there's a video that's going around of a reporter asking Donald Trump, will you ensure there will be a peaceful transfer of power if you lose the election? And he has basically tiptoed around the question, avoided it, and sort of didn't. A lot of the media are accusing him of saying he won't do it from this clip.
I gotta pass out. I'm laughing so hard over here.
Why are you laughing so hard?
What? Oh my God. You left little bitch. Stop fucking crying. You want to know what you're still bitching about? He's not my president. We can't believe we lost to him. Shut the fuck up. You lost an election. The way that your own side built the election was so that the South didn't fucking control everything. Now there's more people in California and New York that would dictate on how. That's why the electoral colleges are out.
Are we getting into this debate, the electoral college? Because Trump actually did not lose or did not win the
popular vote.
The
Correct.
popular vote, but won the collect.
He did not win the popular vote. Correct. Same thing
Like-
with Al Gore. And the only thing that fucked Al Gore was that the Florida voting system to me is fucked. But mind you, Florida's fucked.
Now Gore did win the popular vote.
He did. So did Hillary Clinton. I understand that.
And there was one more person that it happened to. There's twice in our lifetime and once before, I believe, that it happened. I can't recall when. Who it was.
Wait a second.
Doesn't really matter.
Our lifetime?
No, twice in our lifetime and once more before that, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. So I want to circle back, though, to this clip that we were talking about where you're saying the left are just whining. I got to admit, when I watch that clip, I don't see Trump saying that he's not going to he's not going to give the peaceful transfer power. When I watch it, the way that it looks like is he's tiptoeing around it and he's sort of saying, well, there won't need to be one because I'm still going to win. It's kind of the way that it came off to me.
Trump is an alpha male. He really is. Like he's cunning and he's an alpha male. If you're in the wrong headspace, and I'm going to use sports as an example. If you're going into the finals or whatever have you, when you think you're going to lose, you're going to get your ass kicked. You have to go in arrogant. You have to come in with a swagger. I'm going to win this motherfucker. I'm going to do this. What we learned, and we should all take advantage of this as we watch the theater that's going to happen in America within the next 6 weeks. The polls mean shit. And tell people to go out and vote.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I wasn't even a fucking Trump fan when he ran. But you know what got me was watching it.
Was when he won?
Crying. Oh, he's crying. Everybody's crying. I'm laughing. Oh my God. Fucking America. You bunch of crud.
So you literally didn't support him until he won.
No, I still don't support him. I understand what he's going through, but I don't support him. I lean right. Absolutely, I lean right because I believe in paying for what you got to do. I don't believe in welfare. I don't believe in this shit. I believe in getting you out and working. That's what I believe in.
I agree.
But if Trump loses the election, he'll move out. I don't even think he wants to be president. I think he did it just to tell Obama to go fuck himself. Because Obama and the left really made fun of him. And he's like, fine, I'll become president. Fuck you.
There's a long-standing left conspiracy theory that he did it for publicity when he couldn't get his reality TV show renewed or something like that, and then it just got out of hand. I don't know if I buy that.
How big is his dick right now? Dude,
Yeah.
you got to think about that. He was like, okay, you don't want to fucking sponsor my show? Fine, I'll run the fucking country then. Who's got balls like that? That's fucking ridiculous, man. That's crazy. That he was.
But I will say that I don't think in that interview he was saying that he wouldn't do it. He would not do a peaceful transfer of power. I don't think that that's what he was saying in that interview, and I think that the left are sort of twisting it. However, I will say that I don't believe that he will do a peaceful transfer of power, despite what he said in that interview.
You know,
I think he's going to be kicking and screaming, trying to stay. He's gonna fight it. He's going to be suppressing votes. He's going to be taking it to the Supreme Court. He's going to no, motherfucker. If I got one fucking leg to stand on, I'm still in this thing.
If fucking mail-in ballots fucked me.
Yeah,
and I believe Tractorhead put it up earlier. And I did that. If you go up, he put it somewhere that was saying that they're doing mail-in voting, and they found a bunch of people who, from their address, thought they would vote for Trump, and they threw them into the garbage.
Wow, that's terrible. That's suppression of votes. That's bullshit.
So what's gonna fuck people? What's gonna fuck the left isn't the candidates. It's gonna be the people that want Trump to win.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think about this for a second. If you really want to fuck it over and you want to watch a dictatorship get installed, you just continue to fuck around with how people vote. You go, no, that's a left vote. That's a left vote. You watch the motherfuckers invade you and fuck you up. You want to see a civil war? You fuck with their freedom to vote, you're done. I'm going to tell you that right now. And for whatever reason, maybe we're time travelers. We've been pretty good at labeling shit as it happens, man.
What's going to happen next?
I'm telling you right now, if you suppress votes or you fuck with somebody's right to vote, and the other side decides to rise up, dude, they're the gun-toting NRA society. You start messing with that, they are going to invade California and New York, your two biggest spots, and they're going to run buckshot over you. And you know what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to stop them because you don't have anything. Even if we were to give you guns, you don't know how to shoot them.
That's not true. Antifa has been shooting innocent people.
Now, you want to get deep into that rabbit hole? Because I'll tell you what I think. If you want,
what I think is we've got a civil war already brewing, whether this election goes one way or the other, because we've seen the violence escalate more and more. Trump rallies were having fights, and Trump supporters were fighting people, and one side brings a gun to scare them, then the other side brings a gun to counter, and one side's shooting the protesters, now the other side's shooting innocent Trump supporters back. It's only a matter of time before they all show up at the same place with a bunch of guns. And then what happens?
Here's some of the things that I believe in, and I believe that maybe World War I was started this way. World War II was started because of the end of World War I. I think that the same side who had a monetary reason to win or to start a war did start the war. I honestly believe that some right-wingers are into left campaigns to start a war with the right because that's what they want to see. So,
I'm not sure I follow it.
Okay, so I don't support Antifa because they're a terrorist group to me. I don't support the KKK because of what they stand for. Anybody supports KKK, just go fuck yourself. But anyways, okay, so I want to see a bigger war. I'm going to join Antifa. What are you going to do? I'm going to shoot one or two of the right. You know what? 2 people to cause a big war because now they're going to buy my posters or whatever have you. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for anything else.
Do you think it's a conspiracy theory? I know that I don't know the person.
It's not a conspiracy if it happens. A conspiracy theory is more like, little gay frog.
Theory because it hasn't been proven correct, though.
It probably will.
And I will say that the person, I don't know the person's name. If I had it, I've had a second to research it, I could get it. But the person who shot an innocent Trump supporter was a long-standing Antifa member, and has been killed by the police. So it wasn't just sort of something to,
I'm just saying that I think you're going to see that.
maybe that's not impossible. So sort of there have been stories of the police subverting into groups to start riots and things like that.
Absolutely. And I think it's fantastic. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, for us, it's going to give us content.
Yeah.
We don't care. You burn that bastard. I will go down there and I'll do a podcast from there. With the burning fire in the background instead of this great thing. I'll have it fixed next week. I'll have my flag back up. I may have a different flag.
That's cool. Do you, man. Do what you got to do.
Why won't people know that? Like, we're really, like, I'm getting behind. We're going to put some money into this. I think it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to put another shelf here and maybe put some masks, another row of masks here. But I also don't want to. If I back up, I might hit my head on it. So I'm a little unsure of what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, because sometimes when I do piss you off, you do kind of jerk your head back, and that is all she wrote, buddy. That's all she wrote. Adam, you got anything else you want to cover today? I mean, we're at 1:01. I don't know. My list was small this week.
I think we sort of focused on your personal life this week, so
yeah,
that's probably.
I got a little emotional. I'm sorry for that.
That's all right, man. You have every right to.
Well, no, it's just something really pissed me off that some people would question my motives and why I didn't tell them.
Did you explain what the situation was like to them after that? I mean, you don't really owe them an explanation, but
one person I did.
Yeah,
and I felt bad, and then the one person was like, "Oh, I am so sorry."
Yeah.
And then that person changed their view to, "You shouldn't even tell people,"
yeah.
because no matter what test we do, no matter what but it's nothing's 100%. But hey, you know what? It's all good, I think, now, and that's what the doctors tell us, that it's all good. Yeah. So I don't know, man. That's it for me. I want to do next Sunday again. I really enjoy Sundays. I think I might work though till 10. I might have to take a week to reset. I don't know. We'll figure something out, man. What do you want next week?
I don't think I can do it Sunday, especially if you're there till 10, because I'll be going in at midnight.
Yeah, so that's a no guy right there.
Yeah.
Or am I off next weekend? Is the weekend after? I got to figure it out. No, next weekend I'm off. Next weekend I'm off. The weekend after I work weekend, so we might have a Thursday show.
Maybe, well, we could do it if you're off Sunday. We can do it early Sunday, but after 10 Sunday, I'm probably going to be.
No, we can do whatever the fuck you want, buddy.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, man, and we'll let you guys know. Guys, one more thing. Invite your friends to the Facebook group. That's we're going into a Facebook fan page within the next 2 weeks. We've got our logo coming out.
Yes.
We have everything you could possibly imagine. We will be streaming on different things. I'm building a studio right now.
I'm in my studio right now.
Are you? Yeah. I was trying to get Kojiko in. I get Kojiko in on Monday, and I tried to get them to do me a solid and activate my. I have a plug downstairs, I have a cable. I was like, "You activate that," and the guy's like, "Fuck you." What's it? He was like, "No, I can't do that because it's going to cost you like $30." And I was like, "Well, yeah, give me that little machine you got, and then do that." You can do that. Tractor Head. It is on Facebook. It is No Offense.
No offense. One word with an underscore between the two O's. Really.
Exactly, Tractor Head, and it's there for you. And you could go in there and join. Invite your friends. We're almost at 500. Then we'll have.
Oh, offense is spelled the Canadian way too.
Oh, that's right. OFFENCE.
Yeah, that's because I know Tractor Head is American. So that is an interesting distinction that we have to make. With that said, we're going to wrap up, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page, and see you next time.
That was our opinion. No offense, guys.